Hey guys, my name is Melody, and today I will be doing my presentation on the American Lung Association. So a little bit of background behind the Lung Association. It was actually started in 1904, which is a really long time ago. It started to fight tuberculosis. Some of these examples include like COPD, a lot of you know COVID-19, cystic fibrosis, emphysema, pneumonia. And I actually got to deal with lung disease up close and personal. I was in radiology for about a semester, and I got to see the side effects and the outcomes of smokers. I got to listen to their chest to see of any lung sounds. And it was really interesting because this is a good picture of that. The white pieces, that is very bad for the lungs. You can sometimes see fluid in the lungs. And just getting to work up close and personal with that was really beneficial to me because it really put in perspective that, older patients, it could be younger patients, all ages. It was pretty cool. So a couple of facts about lung disease. Your lungs mature between ages 20 and 25, and that's really young. And it was really crazy to me when I was thinking about it because a lot of my generation, uses vapes and e-cigarettes or even tobacco, and it's really harmful to your lungs. And 36 million Americans have lung disease now, and that's a lot of people living day to day fighting for air. And so it just really put into perspective, and your lungs can decline after age 35. So you don't have a really long time to make sure your lungs are in good condition. So the research milestones was really important to me because, it started back in 1904, but research didn't really take off until 1950 through 2012. And even today in 2021, we have come a very long way of fighting and researching and understanding the effects of smoking and things that it can do and harm your lungs as well. Some taglines that really stood out to me. So it's a matter of life and breath. So that kind of reminded me of it's a matter of life and death. So, patients that, want to go on a run, they can't do that because their lungs are so weak and fragile. So your everyday tasks like walking to school or walking around the house, for some patients, that can be really hard for them. So that was just something that really stood out and made me realize that I shouldn't take, my lungs for granted, and I should really take care of them. So how does this all relate to public health? So public health, the society makes sure that they keep public health first. This can be things like air pollution is a really big one. Sometimes when we think of lung disease, we're like, oh, they were a smoker, but not always. A lot of patients that have lung cancer, they could have never smoked a day in their life. So it really just depends on like the air you breathe and where you're surrounded. And so this is like a good example of making sure that the air that's around you is clean and safe, and not putting harmful chemicals back into the air for potentially someone else to breathe that in. It's really a domino effect. So what we breathe out and breathe in it really matters. So policy and advocacy, these are just a few things that I found interesting. So Medicaid and Medicare, it was actually repealed by Congress to go in front, and really recently in 2017 to make sure that, Medicare and Medicaid patients are covered, and then lung screening. So making sure those patients that don't have affordable health care can, in fact, get the same care as patients that do have health care. And that was really important to me. I mean, most of you know, in December 2019, they banned tobacco use, and by the age of 18, it's now 21. So this is a good thing because when you're 18, you're young, you're dumb, you're following your friends. You're not really thinking about what you're putting into your body and what you're actually causing harm and doing in that situation. So how does this all relate to health education and promotion? So I was actually on the website and I found a lot of helpful things like asthma module. So like, I'm sure everyone knows someone that has asthma, but you can go on there and you can actually see the harmful chemicals that people have with that, what they can do to help it, and what they actually have to do with their inhaler, which is really cool. And they actually have in-person volunteers and support groups with that help people with lung disease, even the families of people with them, that educate them. And then they help you try to like quit smoking altogether, which is a really hard thing to do because nicotine is a very addictive chemical. And even in cigarettes, there's like 7,000 chemicals that go into cigarettes, and that's a lot of like tar. It's bad for your teeth. It makes your breath smell bad, things like that. And one of the things that I really didn't realize, and I started reading about it, is radon. It is a very dangerous chemical. It actually is responsible for 21,000 lung cancer deaths per year. So that's a lot of, deaths for lung cancer, or even that. But a lot of you probably don't even know what radon is, or radon, whatever. It is actually like this gas. It's called commonly found outdoors. It could be like from homeowners. It's just a radioactive cancer causing gas. So when you breathe it in, you're getting these toxins into your blood lungs that could actually cause cancer, which would be really, really dangerous. So the impact overall, it really touched me to see the statistics behind people that have lung cancer. So like 36 million Americans, the age group, your total lung capacity. That was all really interesting. But I really liked how the association really advocates, and they have tools and modules to help smokers quit smoking, because that's really important. It's one thing to want to do it, but having that help behind it is awesome. So it really put things into perspective. And just a little family impact. So my Nana actually had lung cancer in 2019, and she was diagnosed in 2018 and passed away only 6 months later. She was like 81, but and she had COPD. But like when things happen to your family, you realize, wow, like that is really like sad, and you want to do more to help. So doing this project really helped me learn, things about lung cancer, and how me at a young age, what I can do to prevent or stop my friends from doing or making bad choices into that effect. Some of the references you guys could definitely check out is these are articles that I used to complete this. But these aren't all of them. There's a lot more on the main web page. It's just lung.org. I found these really helpful because some of these things I didn't know, especially like the statistics and things. So that is all. I hope you guys enjoy, and y'all have a great day.